Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. In today's video, I have a get ready with me with all of my project pan items, and I keep them all in here. These are the current items that I have in my project pan, and I thought we would get ready for the day together and use all of these so you could see them in action. Good morning, how are you guys? I am getting ready for the day right now. I've got my son coming over. We are gonna meal prep. We do that on the weekends together. He recently moved out, but you know, he's a young guy. He's still learning how to cook. So tuck our hair back out of our face here. Okay, let's get into it. So I have this primer in here from Touch in Sol. This is the Glassy Skin Balm. This is actually my second one of these. I had one of these maybe a year and a half ago, I'm not sure when, and I actually went through it. I love this product. It's a really nice hydrating primer. It's just like a thick moisturizer is really how I would describe it. It's really nice. It's not as nourishing as my favorite Bobbi Brown one. I don't even know how much that Touch in Sol product costs, but I imagine it's at least half the price of the Bobbi Brown one. I will link all of these products down below. So yeah, just a really nice hydrating primer, and I feel like it does give a nice dewiness to the skin as well. So I like that product. I put it in here just to remind myself to use it because I do have quite a lot of primers right now, but that's a good one. I do really enjoy that product. Okay, for foundation in here, I have this CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk Nourishing Foundation with coconut milk. I have it in the shade 520 Fair. I put this in here because it's a product I like. You do have to give it a good shake. It's a product I like. I've gone through at least one of these over the last couple of years, but recently I had one and my girlfriend gave me one. So I've got two of these. So I put one in here to use one of them up. Product looks like that. I would describe this as a fairly light coverage foundation. You'll see when I put it on here, it's just a nice dewy finish. Just gonna dot it all around and then go in. This is the e.l.f. Sponge. I really like these ones. I also really like the Shop Miss A ones, but you'll see it's quite a nice light coverage foundation. I think it's really good for people with dry skin, which I have very dry skin. I know I say that every video, but I have very dry skin and this works really well for me. Because there's coconut milk in it, there can sometimes be little balls of coconut. What I'm assuming is like hardened coconut in the product. I just flick them off. It's not a big deal for me, but I have seen other people on YouTube, you know, say how much they don't like that. I don't think it's a big deal, but just be aware. I do in both so I think I've gone through one and then I have two here at home, and all three of them have done that. So I think you can see that you can still see my discoloration and my bit of dark spots I have here. I feel like it just nicely evens out my skin tone and gives a nice kind of satin appearance to the skin, which that's what I want in a foundation. I don't want something super full coverage or matte or anything like that. So for concealer in here, I have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. So this comes in two versions, the regular Camo Concealer, which I did not like, and then this hydrating version. I have this in the shade Light Ivory. Again, I have gone through a whole one of these, and this is at least my second one, maybe my third. Right now, it's not my favorite concealer. My favorite concealer is the ordinary one, but for a while, that was my favorite. I do feel like it is a nice amount of coverage. Probably I would describe it as a medium coverage, and it does wear well through the day. I actually just ordered the new Lancome one. I saw a couple ladies here on YouTube talk about it. I think it's called the Tente Idole. It's their brand new concealer. Oh my goodness, you guys, it was $44 Canadian. That is outrageous because I'm sure this e.l.f. one is like $6. I think the ordinary one is $6, but anyways, I really wanted to try it, so I did order it. It's coming. I think I'll do a little review on it once I have used it a couple of times, or maybe even do a first impressions. Let me know if you guys would like to see that and what you would prefer, more of a first impressions. Maybe I could do like a first impressions and a wear test and check in at, you know, different points of the day and let you know how it's wearing, because I feel like it's an expensive product. We should see reviews before we buy it. And I know Angie Hot and Flash, she gave it a great review. Who else did I watch? I've watched a couple of the ladies I like to watch here on YouTube. I mean, Angie just raved about it. She loved it. So, you know, anytime Angie raves about anything, I feel like I run out and grab it. So I got that in the mail coming. So I think you can see it gives just kind of a medium coverage, I would say. It's very nice. It does crease a little bit, as you know, I've got 46-year-old eyes, so pretty much everything creases on me. I'll set that here in a little bit, but I'll just let it kind of soak in and do its thing first. Okay, then for blush. Let's go in with this one from Bite Beauty. This is in Watermelon Marg, I think is the shade. Again, it will be down below. That's what this container looks like. Let me put a little bit here so you can see this product. I put this in here because I bought it. I thought I was gonna love it, and I don't like it at all. And you know what? I've tried to put this on with a brush. No. I've tried to put this on with a sponge. No. So I am gonna go in with my fingers here and just tap it in. I feel like it's such a fussy cream blush. Like, honestly, why? Cream blushes are easy. That's why I love them. This product is not. And also it has a little bit of almost like a shimmer to it. And I don't like that. I prefer more, well, maybe just like a satin. But it looks patchy when I put it on. It looks patchy. It disrupts my foundation underneath no matter how I put it on. Yeah, I don't like it. And it was expensive again. I think that was like $45. There's not a lot of product in there. Okay, now that we've got a bit on, I'm just gonna grab what's left on my hand here. You know, the shade I love. I really love that shade. I'm gonna very, very gently pat and just try to really smooth it out. But I feel like the other cream blushes in my collection are so easy to use. That's the nice thing about a cream blush. And also, I don't feel like the color payoff is really anything. Like it, you know, you can, I mean, maybe in the camera it picks up a little more. When I'm looking in my mirror in person, it's hardly anything on my cheeks. But I do have a palette in here, so we'll top it with a little powder blush to help kind of make it pop a bit more. So I don't know if that will pick up, but do you see how it's got like a shimmer to it? And I feel like it makes it look patchy. I hope that picks up on camera. It's patchy. Like, I can see where my discoloration is. I can see where it looks like the light catches, and you can just see the foundation underneath. I don't know, if you own this product and you love it and it works for you, let me know how you put it on, because yeah, I don't like it. Okay, for highlighter, I'm gonna go with this one from RCMA, and this is in the shade Champagne. This is quite pretty. It's quite a soft, I mean, you can see I have used it. It's pretty destroyed there on the top, but I'll put a little bit on my hand here. It's incredibly soft. Like, I'm barely touching that to my hand. So I think what I'll do is let's build that up on my hand a little bit, and then I'll grab it with my sponge. So I put quite a bit there. Let's grab it with the sponge and tap it on. That was a trio that came in my lucky bag from Beautylish back in December. So Beautylish offers lucky bags, which are like a mystery bag. They offer them. You can order them on Boxing Day. And the last couple years I've got them. I'll try to get one again this year. I really love them. Like, it's fun. You get a lot of really good products in there, a lot of high-end products, and some of the products I've got in the lucky bags I've really enjoyed over the years, and that I wouldn't have spent the money to buy for myself. So you know, they're nice to have, but that came as a trio. So I've kept this shade. I recently decluttered my highlighter, my blush bronzer highlighters, and the other 2 shades I'm gonna see if somebody would like to use because they're just too deep for my very fair skin. It's very pretty. It's quite subtle, and it's a highlighter that I quite like. So I've put it in here to get some use out of it. Okay, that's it for my cream products. So I'm gonna go in with some setting powder and set this down a little bit. This is the Halo Glow from e.l.f. I have it in the shade Light. This is a really nice powder, and I just don't use it a ton. I just don't reach for it a ton. So let's take it on a big fluffy brush, probably because I have too many powders. And I have very dry skin, so I use very little. I'm just gonna take a little bit off the lid. I will say the packaging on this is not great. Like it's got a sifter in there, but it doesn't hold enough of the product back. Tap some of that off and very lightly set here for me. So it's nice. It does set down, but it doesn't give me that mattifying, you know, sometimes powders can be very mattifying. It's not the favorite powder that I own, but I think if you're looking for something budget friendly, it is a really nice powder. So yeah, I think you can see that I still have a little bit of a dewiness where I've set, but it does feel like it has set down that foundation and the other products a little bit. Okay, let's go in with this palette next. This is from Pretty Vulgar. This is the Nesting Bee-Face palette. I think I got this in a boxy charm, and you have in here what I would say, I don't know if this is meant to be a highlighter or a bronzer. Maybe a highlighter actually, if you have, because it's got quite a shimmer to it. If you've got a deeper skin tone, maybe that would work for you. I don't use these products here. I'm gonna use this bronzer, this highlight, and this blush here. Let's go in with the bronzer first. This is Son of a Bee. That's kind of cute. So it's gonna take a little bit of that on just that same brush that I used for the powder. I've been really loving, well, cream products, everything, but I got that new cream bronzer from Iconic London. I have been absolutely addicted to this. I'm using it almost every day. You guys, I totally forgot I have the Drunk Elephant D-Bronzi drops in my project pan. I filmed a video a couple of days ago where I went through all of my bronzers and decluttered. I did my blush bronzer and highlighters, and I pulled this out of my project pan to talk about it, and I forgot to put it back in the basket. So I am so sorry I didn't use this. Shoot. Okay, well, I forgot. Okay, let's go in and top our blush a little bit. I'm gonna go in with this shade up top here, this Hush Blush shade. Again, just the same brush. I did wash my brushes today, so got quite a few that are drying, so we have to improvise. Wow, that really has a lot of color to it. Try to blend that out a little bit. Take a clean brush and just... Again, I know that looks like a lot when I'm looking on the camera, but in person I feel like it's just really pretty. This is a really nice palette. I've used it a few times since it's, well, before it was in here I used it a few times, and then I've used it a few times since it's been in there, and I am really enjoying it. The powders are really nice. Let's top our highlight. This is in Glimmer of BS, that shade there. Okay, that's got our face done. Let's go in and do brows. Now, what do we have in here for brows? I've got a couple of products in here. I have this CoverGirl Micro Pencil in the shade Rich Brown. This is the Ultimate Brow Pencil. So let's go in with that first. And then I have this Tarte Busy Gal Brows by Tarte. And also I think in dark brown. Does it say? Yeah, in dark brown. So I'll use those two products today to do my brows. Just gonna use the spoolie, see if it works well enough. I usually don't use the spoolies that come with the pencils, but my brows are just too thick. We'll Well, there's one brow with that pencil in it. I think it works really well. Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? It's nice. It's not as creamy as maybe I would like. It's a little bit of a stiff formula, but it's fine. There's, you know, again, nothing wrong with any of the products really in here. But it's not the one I'm gonna reach for the most. It does take a little bit longer than some of my others, which honestly, for me, a lot of products that I don't reach for are just because they're not the easiest in my collection to use, right? Like when I'm getting ready for work in the morning, I'm up at 5. I can't be spending 15-20 minutes trying to perfect my brows. I need it to just be a minute or two where I'm in and out, because sleep to me is more important than brows. Okay, so let's just comb that through, smooth it out a little bit, and then go in with the brow gel. This Busy Gal Brow Gel, I've used these for years. It's this very tiny little brush. It adds a little bit of color. It adds some hold to the brows, but it's just a really nice, easy product. It's one of the first brow gels I used. I thought I had a couple of these. I thought I had this one and a backup, because for me to get this, I have to get it actually right from the Tarte website. They don't sell it anywhere here. So it's like Sephora doesn't carry it. I don't think, not the last time I checked. And in Canada, I used to be able to order from Ulta, but I can't anymore. So I'm not even sure if it's on the Ulta website. But that's where I have got them, from the Ulta website back when they would ship to Canada, or even in store when we would go down to the US. Of course, we can't do any of that right now, but we used to go at least once a year, do a bit of shopping. Lots of products down in the US that we can't get here in Canada. Okay, let's put a little bit of setting powder on our upper lids here, just so we can go in with a little bit of shadow. I'm gonna buff out my crinkles first and just go in with a little bit of that e.l.f. Halo Glow powder. And I've been really liking to take it on my sponge lately. I just do it like that. Now I don't like that for my whole face. I feel like it's too much powder, but I do really like how that has been setting this upper lid area for me. Sometimes I go in with a single shadow in Brulee from Wet n Wild. That's, you know, I've done that for years as well, but I don't know, there's something about the damp sponge with the powder. I just feel like it really gives me quite a smooth finish up there, and my upper lids are quite crepey. Okay, let's go in with the e.l.f. Shadow Stick, No Budge Shadow Stick, and I think I have this in Rose Gold. I had a subscriber tell me about these. It's actually kind of a funny story. She told me about these and said how amazing they were, and so I went all over this city trying to find one, and I couldn't find one. And then I was going through my collection and I had one. So let's put a little of this on. And what I've been doing is just drawing it right on, just sort of this movable part of my lid. You can see there. And then I'm taking a brush and smoothing it out. It's so pretty. And how easy is this for just that, you know, that really easy one shadow look? So pretty, so quick and easy. They're not maybe as creamy as you would think. Like it does have a little bit of a resistance to it when I'm using it, but they do blend out nice, and I find that they do last quite well through the day. And I don't get a ton of creasing putting it on this way, where I put the powder, you know, some sort of powder down first and then go in with this. So there's the shadow stick on. Very easy, simple, one shadow, just to give me a little bit of something up there. Okay, and then for mascara, I'm gonna go in with this one from Tarte. It is the Surfer Curl. I have a couple of mascaras in here actually. I have this one. I also have this little mini one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know which of their mascaras this is, but this gives a lot of length, but not a lot of volume. So let's go in with the Tarte one, because I do like that one better. The Tarte one is actually really nice, but it is already drying out. I don't know how many months I've had it. Maybe 2 or, well, I might be heading close to 3 months at this point, but you know, if you're spending almost $30 on a mascara, you want it to last a little bit. Although I think you're supposed to change your mascaras every 3 months anyway, so maybe it's fine. So there's one coat. I am as we know, of course, gonna go in with 2. Okay, so that's got 2 coats of the Tarte mascara on there. I really like this mascara. Now, do I think you need to spend Sephora prices on a mascara? Of course not. This performs, you know, the Lash Paradise that I love is also great and probably half the price of this. So I really like this. I think it gives me nice, full, you know, thick lashes, which I love. So I'm gonna quickly do the other eye and then I'll come on and talk about, I'm gonna use this for my lower lashes from Velour. So I'll quickly do this eye and then come back and we'll put on some lower mascara. Okay, I have been using this product from Velour for my lower lashes. It is a tubing mascara. It's the Pretty Big Deal Peptide and Tubing Mascara. It's a lash serum, primer, and tubing mascara all in one. Funny thing is I bought this from Sephora and it was quite expensive, but I had never tried a tubing mascara, so I really wanted to try this. I don't like it for my upper lashes because I feel like although it gives me length, it doesn't give me fullness. So I've been using it on my lower lashes just to get some use out of it because again, I bought it, so I wanted to use it. And the interesting thing is I've been using it for a few months. My lower lashes are longer. Without question, they are longer. And now I do use a Latisse lash serum, but it's a Grwm serum, it's prescription. I've been out of it for a month and I only use it on the upper lashes. I don't use it on the lower lashes. So I think that's really interesting to note that the lash serum in here has absolutely made my lashes longer. So if you like a tubing mascara and you want length as opposed to fullness for your lashes, I think this is a really great mascara. So I've been doing just my lower lashes with it. And I don't do the full length of my lower lashes because I feel like it makes my eyes look more doll-like than cat-like, which is what I want. So I kind of just go in and do the top, you know, as best I can, just a little bit under there. I don't do the full length. And also because they're so long right now from this mascara. Okay, let's go in and use the lip liner that I have in here. It's from Jonta Blue. I think I got this in probably a BoxyCharm, some kind of subscription box forever ago. It's the lip liner pencil in brown sugar. It's just one of my pencils it's a traditional wooden pencil that you sharpen. I just don't reach for it. It's just not my favorite. We'll use it today. It's creamy enough. I'm gonna actually just line them and fill them right in. It's a pretty color. It's a little deeper of a shade than traditionally I would wear. I like something closer to my lip color, but it's pretty. Let's top it with some gloss. I'm gonna top it with this one from e.l.f. This is pretty new to me. It's the Retro Paradise. It's not in my project pan, but my glosses just sit right here. Let's top that. It has a nice sparkle to it. Yeah. Very pretty. Okay, for setting sprays, I have this one from Colourpop. Look I am so close to finishing this. Am I the only one who gets super excited when they get close to finishing a product? Honestly, when I put makeup in my empties, it's a very exciting day. So let's go in with this. It's a very nice hydrating setting spray. I don't think it does much else. It does sit nice on my skin. I do feel like it hydrates. It does set down any powderiness to my makeup. It doesn't help with longevity at all. So if you're looking for longevity, that's not the one. But it is really nice. I'm really enjoying using it, which is why I feel like I'm getting through it so quick. There we go. There's the finished makeup look from all the products in my current project pan. I think it looks really nice. A lot of those products I love. I put them in there just to get some use out of them because I have, you know, quite an extensive makeup collection. Sometimes things get, you know, shoved in the back of the drawer and missed. So I've been loving doing this project pan to rotate through some of my products. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I'm gonna start this project back up in January and, you know, do monthly check-ins if I can. weigh products, take photos, you know, sort of do a more comprehensive job of a project pan. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you would subscribe, that would be amazing. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye everyone.